Morning, everybody. Welcome to practice. I'm just going to get straight into it today. So, as always, let's first of all make sure that we are down in the body. Move your attention right down into the belly, into the very midline of the body. So you literally get centered. So that you literally move very much into your own core. So a good way to do that is to really think of this midline of the body, this central axis of the body, and move your attention down and breathe down into that place, right down to the perineum, but right up the line. Take a few full belly breaths. Let the sit bones get heavy. And as you breathe into the belly, allow the belly to expand, but in equal parts, breathe into the kidneys and the area around the lower back. Breathe into the adrenals. Enjoy your breath. Welcome your breath. Allow your attention to move right down into the body. Okay. Please bring your palms together at the heart center. And we'll take just one moment to breath in. From there, we're going to move over onto all fours. We're going to work with twists today, but we're more going to focus on the hips. So they definitely work hand in hand. Like anytime you're twisting, it's pretty much guaranteed that you are in some way getting into the hips. Obviously, not vice versa. Not every time that you are getting into the hips, we're twisting. So we are going to focus more on the hips, but we're going to use that as a way of, really supporting the nervous system and the adrenals and the kidneys and everything like that, and slowing us down a little bit. But the beauty of a practice like this is it also creates a little bit of internal heat and really draws us into our own center and our own internal space. So what I would really invite you to do is focus on 1-to-1 ratio of breath for the duration of the practice, and I'll probably cue it as a 4 count. But if you feel comfortable at lengthening that and you would rather work with a 6 count, some of you guys have been practicing for a lot longer than a beginner, then feel free to do that. That is just as beautiful a practice, perhaps more beneficial if it's available to you. So let's get started. So we're going to start on our knees. And we'll simply move through just 3 or 4 cat-cows to start to warm up the spine. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round out. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, round. 3, 4. Inhale, open. 3, 4. Exhale, round. Few more. Good, and we'll come back to a neutral spine. We'll move into this thread needle. So most of you guys are familiar with this movement, but just remember that if it feels a little too intense, you might want to put a block or a bolster, like a small bolster type pillow situation just underneath the head to bring your ear to the pillow or the block. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. As you exhale, thread the right arm through and under. Rest on your right shoulder, right knee. Inhale up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale back through 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Breath as your anchor. Hold now on the right shoulder, right ear. Extend out through the right arm and press the back of the right arm into the floor. Press your left fingertips into the floor. Now 3 breaths here with an even count. So big inhale for 4. Exhale, draw the navel in, press against the floor, twist a little deeper. 2 more breaths like that. Good. Inhale, sweep your right arm all the way up. And then exhale, bring it back down. Let's do the other side. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now, hold here. Gently extend and press the back of the left arm into the floor. Press the fingertips into the floor. And now 3 breaths. Even inhale, even exhale. 4 counts is good. So do your best to work with the integrity of the breath, continuing to shape your breath, even though there's a bit of constriction as you're in the twist. One last round. Good. And then inhale, sweep the left arm up. Exhale, bring the hand down. Good. Now, inhale, roll the chest open. Exhale, tuck your toes, reach back, downward facing dog. Good. Just 3 more like that. Again, there's 4 count, inhale, 4 count, exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck your toes, reach back. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Good. Now from here, come back down onto the knees. And let's step the left knee in just a touch. So the left knee is a couple of inches forward of the right knee. Hands down on the floor. As inhale here. And as you exhale, bend the elbows out to the side. Take the hips back. You won't be able to go back too far. You're just going to take them back and try and keep the left hip tucking in towards the midline. Inhale, come back forward. And then exhale back again. So it's a little bit of a kind of awkward pose, but you can probably feel it getting into the lengthening of the left side of the spine. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Just one more. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now, coming back up, bring the right knee forward, bring the left knee back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So try and keep the right hip from swinging out to the right. Inhale. You won't be able to go super far here. Exhale. Good. Last one. And exhale. Good. Beautiful. Let's come back up onto all fours. Tuck your toes and press back down facing dog. Good. 3 breaths here. And really work on smoothing out your breath. And inhale, count of 4. Exhale, count of 4. And then use your mind as a tool to shape the breath. The breath is a tool to shape the mind. And feel into the lower part of the belly, drawing the navel in to reach back and lengthen. You can, of course, have a little bend in the knees to get more of a tilt through the pelvis. Soften the back of the neck so there is no tension there. Good, and then from there, please start to walk your feet towards the front. And now from here, fold forward. Bend the knees enough to let the ribcage rest on the thighs. Take an extra 2 breaths here and invite the exhalation to lengthen just a little. So you can move into a 1-to-2 ratio of breath, or it just might be an extra count or 2 on the exhale. Draw the navel towards the spine and completely let the back of the neck soften. Good. Now from here, inhale, lift your chest, flat back. Bring your hands to your hips, squeeze the elbows in, press down and come all the way up. Good. Roll your shoulders back. Good. Now from here, we'll move through a couple of sun salutations. So some lungy sun salutations. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, bow and fold all the way. Inhale, lift your chest into the flat back. And then exhale, step your right foot all the way back. Bring your right knee to the floor. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into a high plank. And if you are dropping knees, drop the knees. Otherwise, if you know the full movement, go through, come forward, bend your elbows back, lower down. Inhale, curl up, just a little baby back bend. Focus on keeping the spine nice and long. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back, downward facing dog. Good. Look forward, step your right foot all the way through to the inside of the right hand. Let's pause for a moment here. Extend the chest on the inhale, and as you exhale, we'll twist and take the right arm up to the sky. Now 3 breaths here. That same inhale 4, exhale 4. Treat the breath as if it is informing your posture. Good. Release. Bring the hand or step the back foot in. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Let's do that on the other side. Inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, bow and fold. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, step your left leg back. Bring the left knee to the floor. Inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, bring your hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower. Your variation. Inhale, curl up. Baby back bend. We are aiming not to compress the adrenals and the kidneys too much this morning. Press back down and facing dog. Look forward. Step your left foot all the way through. And take a breath here. As you inhale, extend the chest. As you exhale, twist to the left. And then we take these 3 breaths again to really feel into the integrity and the quality of the breath. And you're breathing into your center. And remember, the center is not just the heart and the center of the chest, the center is the belly and the pelvis. Release, bring your hand down, step forward, and fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Okay, now from here, let's step the right foot back. Now, this would be a good time to grab a block or something that you can use as a block so that when we go into the twist, you could have your hand down on the floor if the floor feels a little bit far away. So a block on the inside of the left foot is a nice option. If you don't have anything that you can use, a deeper bend in the front knee when we come into the twist will also be a good option. So we square the hips, inhale, bring the right arm up to the sky, and as you exhale, extend out of the hips. We're only coming to parallel with the floor. Extend through the crown of the head. Inhale, come back up. Counting 4 in and out. So we exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep the front leg firm. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And then exhale, 2, 3, 4. Come all the way down so you can place your hand on the block or the floor. If you need to bend the front knee a little more, go ahead and do so. Inhale, open the chest and broaden right through the whole center. As you exhale, twist. Take your left arm to the sky. 3 breaths here. Even inhale, even exhale. Good. Now release. Bring the hands down and fold over the legs. So again, you might find you need to keep this knee a little bit bent. You might prefer to have something underneath that foot so that you can reach the floor. You want to tack the left hip in towards the center line. Three of these even breaths. So inhale, 4, exhale, 4. Your body is firm, but it's the quality of your breath that you're really focusing on in this practice. And then you can bend the knee a little to press down, to come up, and step the right foot forward. Stand tall for a moment, feel your weight evenly distributed. Take just 1 or 2 of those breaths where you move your breath, where you move your attention deeper down into the body. So it's not just at the front of your body, it's deep in the center, in the core of your body, that you're breathing and simultaneously placing your consciousness, your awareness. Now we step the left foot back. Feet remain hip-width distance apart. Legs straight and moving in and out of Parsvottanasana. Firm your legs, right hand to the hip. Inhale, sweep your left arm high. And as you exhale, draw the right hip back. Just come to halfway, parallel with the floor. Inhale, back up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale down, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Place the hand on the block. Draw right hip back, inhale. As you exhale, draw the navel towards the spine and twist to the right. Good. 3 full breaths, full even breaths. Good. Now release the hands and fold over the front leg. Continue to draw the right hip in towards the midline as you fold over the front leg. You can bend the front knee slightly. You just want to be able to comfortably rest your hands on the floor without feeling like the weight is going forward. You want to feel stable in the legs. So sometimes having the hands back a little bit and on a block or a bolster could be a nice help for that. And we're allowing the space around the kidneys to stretch and release the space around the abdomen. So breathe into that place. Good. Now from there, let's step forward. Inhale, coming up. Stand nice and tall. Good. We're just incidentally strengthening the lower back today by a couple of these moving dynamic standing postures rather than going into so many back bends when we get seated or come down onto the floor, because we want to avoid compressing the back too much today, just for the effect that we're going for. So we'll inhale, bring the arms all the way up, moving in and out of dynamic Uttanasana. As you exhale, come down, 2, 3, 4. Inhale here, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, fold, arms in line with the ears, 2, 3, 4. Inhale back up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale back up. Exhale back down. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come down by your side. Great. From here, let's take the feet to mat width distance apart, turn the heels in slightly. Come into your yogic squat. So bring the hands or the elbows rather on the insides of the knees. Press against the legs and open through the chest. Even inhale, even exhale. You're really using the breath as a tool for this one-pointedness of mind and bringing you into an awareness of your core. And release, turn the toes in, fold over your legs. And again, here, let's simply enjoy 2 rounds of breath, lengthening your exhale. Release any residual tension at the back of your neck. Has an effect right on the length of the back of your spine here. Inhale, lift your chest. Flat back, bring your hands to your hips. Squeeze in through the elbows and come all the way up. Good. All right, so from here, let's stand just facing forward. Have your feet hip-width distance apart, and we'll shift the weight onto the left foot and bring the right ankle onto the left knee. Now, if this isn't available to you, you can just work with tree pose. Bring the palms together. So any variation, even if it's toe tip to the floor, is perfectly fine. But if you're happy to come with me into this standing variation of pigeon, then we'll bring the right ankle up onto the left knee. Now, look at a still point. I always make a mistake while I'm teaching. I can see myself right in front of me. So don't look at yourself. Look at the still point on the horizon. Start to come down and possibly bring the elbows to the ankle and the knee. And you can hold just here. You can even look at a point on the floor a couple of meters in front of you. And if you can come a little further, you can possibly bring the hands down to the floor, keep the bottom knee bent, and try and extend out through the spine. So keep kind of lengthening the front of your spine, draw your right hip back. So it's the same kind of alignment points through the hip. It's in a spiral in the back leg, or the left leg in this instance, and the outer spiral in the front leg, which means we draw the right hip back and in towards the midline rather than letting it swing out to the right. One more breath. And then inhale, come back up, release, and bring your hands down. Good. All right, now let's shift the weight over onto the left leg. So we'll bring the weight onto the right leg rather, and then left leg comes up onto the right knee. Bring your palms together and start to slowly come down the same way. I'm going to check something I want you to hold. So elbows to the ankles and the knee. Good. This even 1-to-1 ratio of breath. If you're taking a deeper variation, you can bring your hands down onto the floor. Keep a little bend in the right knee. Lengthen through the chest and tap your left hip back and in towards the midline. Another really good one here for getting us ready for postures like pigeon and any of the seated postures where our legs are crossed, and of course, full lotus pose eventually. And press down and come all the way up. Stand nice and tall. And breathe right down into your core. So we're keeping our eyes open, looking at the horizon. Feel your feet grounded, but breathe into your core. Breathe into your center. And let there be just as much awareness of the kidneys and of the back body there as there is in the front body. And we'll take the legs wide, got one more forward or standing forward fold here to bring your hands to your hips. We could even take a little bit through the shoulders here so we can interlace the hands, squeeze the palms together, lift the arms up and away from you. As you exhale, a little bend in the knees, extend forward and fold forward.
Try and drag your legs in towards one another. Even inhale, even exhale, where you can comfortably move to a longer exhale here, then go ahead and do so. Good, and release. Bring your hands back to the floor, lift the chest. We'll just walk the hands back around and make our way to downward facing dog. Take up to 5 breaths here. Coming back to this idea of breathing into the core, but letting the integrity of your breath, the smoothness, the evenness of your breath be the object of your concentration here. And within that, have the intention to enjoy your breath. Let it be effortless and pleasurable. Now from here, we're going to come down onto the floor. And if you would like to grab hold of a towel for sitting, just to prop the hips up slightly, then go ahead and make sure you've got that, as well as a strap, like a tea towel or an actual strap or something you can use as a strap for some forward folds would be wonderful. So if we're going to sit with the left leg out in front, right foot in towards the leg, and we might time this. So you've got your left leg out in front, and we'll take a 2-minute hold with each of them. So, well, let's do 1 minute 30. That's what I've got for the last basics class. So we'll stick with 1 minute 30. So we're going to inhale, let's very loud. Bring the arms up, and as you exhale, try and be the same as you did when you were coming in and out of that Parsvottanasana. Keep the spine long. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, extend forward. Inhale, one more. And then exhale, extend and fold. So you can pull the hands back against the shin or the foot. And 1 to 2 ratio of breath if it's available to you. If not, have the intention to simply lengthen the exhale by 1 or 2 counts. Lift up a little through the left side to lengthen through both sides of the spine. Okay, and now from there we're going to come up. Even there, just that first one, we notice a shift. If you've been doing this sequence with me over the week, then you'll know what's coming. We can then take the left leg out to the left. We bring the right foot in towards the groin, heel points up. Nice to kind of move the flesh of the buttocks away from you so you get that inner spiral and that stable kind of open placing of the sit bones. We're going to come into this posture first. So Havriti Janushirsasana. We'll press the palm down and open the chest. So if you can get the elbow onto the inside of the leg and use it as a bit of a lever, let's work there. Open up through the side of the body. Beautiful. We're opening up, but still on the exhale, allowing yourself to sink a little deeper into the left side here. Now you can bring the right arm up and place it behind the head. Lean the head back into the arm. Try and keep opening your body up towards the ceiling, turning the right elbow up towards the sky as you continue to soften a little closer towards the left thigh on each exhale. Good, and then from there, we'll shift up for a moment. Okay, now turn your body. So we turn the body face over the extended left leg. Bring the hands either side and twist. You can use the hands pressing down into the floor as a little bit of a lever to get more of a twist so that your body faces over the extended leg. As you inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, start to come forward. You can hold onto the shin. I like to keep my left hand out to the left to help me lift the left side of the body up so I can then lengthen forward, and the kidneys, the adrenals are equal distance from the floor. Rather than kind of twisting to the left and opening up the right side body, twisting to the right and opening up the right side body, you want to press down through the left hand so that we lift the left side up, bring the right side down so there's more of a kind of evenness across the back, and breathe. Okay. And then let's just make our way back up. Of course, there is quite now energetically a big shift. You can hear in my voice. That's not intentional, that's just what these three poses together effect. Okay, let's move on to the other side. Bring the right leg out. Bring the left leg in. So we're going to Janushirsasana first. Same way as we did before, moving in and out. Inhale, reach your arms high. As you exhale, extend and fold. Inhale up. Exhale, extend. Core strong, back strong. Inhale. And then exhale, extend and fold. Same thing, even here, you can do this kind of pressing down through the right arm to twist to the right a little to even the sides of the back. So it's very common here that the left side will be higher than the right side. So by pressing the right hand down, we're able to lift the right side up to get the left side down so that you're more evenly folded over the leg. Breathe into your core. Breathe into your kidneys, into your adrenals. Okay, and make your way up. And then we'll take the right leg out to the right so you can hear what's happening to my voice as we go through progressively. So right leg out, left heel points up, bring the right hand to the inside of the right leg and press the palm down, press the elbow against the thigh. Okay. Left hand can come to the ribs. This helps you twist and open up. So there's a few kind of levers happening here. The arm against the floor, pressing to twist, the elbow against the thigh, if that's available to you. It might be available to everybody. But the idea is that we twist and open through the left ribs. And then we can bring the arm up behind the head. We don't want to be pushing the head forward with the arm, so even just to the side of the head is fine. But lean the head back. Try and keep pointing your elbow up towards the ceiling. And each exhale brings you down towards the floor a little deeper, or towards your right thigh. And release out of that. Okay. And then again, we come back and twist over this leg. And you can use this right hand in that same way as a little outrigger to lever your body. So there's a more even extension and lengthen over the right leg. You don't have to have your hand against the toe. It can be against the shin. You could be using a strap or a little towel here. You can keep bringing the hand back to inhale, lift up through the right side, lengthen through the front of your body, and fold.
then release. Make your way up. Beautiful. Bring both legs out in front. You might actually bring the soles of the feet together rather. We'll take Baddha so you can have the hands interlaced around the front of the legs, or you could have the hands just on the shins, whichever feels more available to you. Keep working to lengthen the spine. So we press down through the sit bones and keep lifting up out of the hips, extending through the belly. So if you had a line between your sternum and your navel or your pubic bone, you would want to keep extending that line to take the wrinkles out of your shirt at the front. And then continuing to extend, then from that place you can come forward. But we want to try and keep the round out of the spine. And the more you drop into the breath, the more that is going to inform little adjustments to keep creating more space internally as you move into these postures. All they're doing is showing you where there is a lack of space and freedom so that you can use your breath and your consciousness to create more space and more freedom. And that's what life does. Okay, and then from there, release, come up, you can lay down onto your back. We'll just take a couple of movements in and out of bridge to engage the lower back and support it before you move into Shavasana. So if you lay down on your back, bring your hands by your side. Simply inhale, lift the hips. You don't even have to lift the arms, but you could. Exhale, bring the hands down on the hips. A formal layer. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Take anything else you need to prepare you for Shavasana. Lay down, put any layers on that you require to feel comfortable and warm. As you lay down, simply take a mental practice of Nadi Shodhana. So you don't need to bring the hands to the nose at all. You just simply watch the breath. Move in through the left nostril and then watch it move out through the right. Watch the breath move in through the right and then watch it move out through the left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Keep going for a few rounds. Don't hold on to this too tightly. So you naturally want to let it go and just fall into the felt sense of the body. Let that happen. But if the mind starts wandering and you find yourself getting stuck in mind stuff, then come back to observing that alternate
nostril breathing. Now please begin to deepen your breath. Prepare yourself to come back up to the seated positions. That may look like a stretch. Maybe it looks like hugging your knees into your chest. When you're ready, roll to one side. Feel into your experience in this moment. And gently make your way up. So sit nice and tall, let the spine rise up. So do your best to give that baseline of good alignment. And then if there is a baseline of good alignment, the body can find itself. So provide that and then feel into the quality of your experience now. We practiced for an hour. The class with a specific intent, forward folds, centering twists, longer holds, even breath, concentrated focus. How do you feel? You guys have got all these classes in the bank now that you can access anytime. Make a note of how you feel after different classes and, jot it down. When I want to feel like this, go back to the class that was recorded on this date by this teacher with this name and do it again. If you know you need grounding, if you know you need clarity, if you know you need centering,
go back to the class that provides that experience. It may not be the same class for everybody. Some people may feel turned up by this practice that we've done this morning. It's totally okay. But become aware and take notice of how different practices affect you. And then use that as a tool when it's needed, rather than just doing whatever practice. The palms together. Take a deep breath in. A long breath out. Namaste. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Thank you.